Okay, it's time to tell this story. Alright, there's a lot here. This is something I have been working on for a very long time. I haven't really put it out yet. It's a little late, but I wanted to make sure to take the time to do it properly and to really tell the full story, because this is one of the most exciting experiences of my life. It ended up leading up to the best weekend and the best day of my life, and I'm really excited to share it with you. And a lot of you watching were probably with me during this whole experience in the lead up to it. And I'm just really excited to actually finally tell the story. So here we go. My name's Aislinn, also known as Smilin Aislinn and known as the face of LivIT. Now, what is the face of LivIT? Basically, I'm going to share the story of how I came to be the face of LivIT and what it means, and just sort of bring you along that journey with me. Now, when I say face of LivIT, I am talking about this. I'm not talking about this face of LivIT, these faces of LivIT that's happening now. This is a new event. It is absolutely not related to the event that I'm about to talk about. While it is absolutely exciting, and I actually recently won it, and my face is on the app download screen as of recording this video, that's not the face of LivIT event that I'm talking about. And you'll understand why when I explain. So this all started last September 2019. I had just started streaming only the month before, in August. My very first stream was the last weekend of July. So August was my very first month of streaming, and then this whole event happened in September. Back when I was doing this, the app was actually called LivIT, but this was kind of the start of their rebranding to LivIT. So for consistency's sake and to not confuse you, I am going to continue referring to it as the face of LivIT, because it's still the same app, they just changed the name right after this event. Like I said, I had just started streaming. This was only my second month. I had only been on for 1 month so far. Now, within that 1 month, a lot had happened. I had gone for one event to get a billboard in Times Square, and right at the very end of the event, we thought we were in third place, meaning that we would get a billboard. And then 5 minutes later, after the tallies came in of the final points, I was in fourth place, just absolutely crushed. We were celebrating on stream and then realized that in fact we hadn't held on to it. It was a learning experience, and I was back on the next day with the same positive go-getter attitude as I had been before. And then a few weeks after that, they ran another billboard event, and again, we pushed so hard. In the very end, we thought we were in first, but then we ended up in second place, which was fun because that meant that we'd still got a billboard, but I again had thought that I had made that first place spot. So I'd yet to actually win an event yet, but was still doing far better than I had ever expected to do. So I remember getting the call that this event was starting because my talent manager, he was determined for me to win it as well. He was like, this event is for you. You are going to win this. We're gonna make sure it happens. I literally just finished a photo shoot. We did some streetwear stuff for a brand that I had been working with. And I just finished the photo shoot. My friend was in the midst of like breaking up with her boyfriend, and then I get a call from my talent manager, and I'm just like, I remember being in a Starbucks, like in Midtown, just totally frazzled already. And then he's like, you're gonna wanna sit down. I was like, oh God, what happened? And he was like, so, there's this event. And he walked me through what it was. Basically, they were running an event for whichever one streamer won, the top streamer of the entire app, would get to represent the US side of the app on an international red carpet. Now, this app, LivIT, is connected to 17 Media over in Taiwan. And over there, it is a huge app. These streamers on that side, on the Asian platform, are so huge. I mean, they are practically celebrities over there. And so while the US is definitely not there yet, over in Taiwan, it absolutely is. Taiwan, Japan, Hong Kong, Malaysia, all of those countries, it is so much bigger than it is in the US. They actually have an award show called the Golden Feather Awards. And that is a red carpet award show ceremony, full production, celebrity performers, the works for the top streamers on the Asian side. So last fall was the first year the US side got to participate in the Golden Feather Awards. So they ran this event called The Face of LivIT, and the top one streamer who won got the honor to represent the entire US side of the app on the red carpet at the Golden Feather Awards in Taiwan. So when this event came around, I looked at it and I recognized how much bigger this was than just a red carpet. Yes, it was exciting to go to an international, foreign, exciting city, to walk a red carpet, I'd never done that before, and represent an entire app, a community in which I felt so welcomed and I believed in and still believe in so much. I was determined. I saw that, I was like, this is going to be way bigger than what it has written in the event description. If I can win this, I know I can use that to propel me to the beginnings of an international platform on which I can continue to spread the positivity, believing in yourself, and hard work, motivation, all of that I constantly talk about on my streams. I would be able to do that on a larger scale if I were able to win this one event. And I just remember sitting there, like, I'm pretty sure I was staring at a person across from me and the person was staring back at me like, but I didn't see anything. All I could see was, it was like the future opened up in front of me and I was like, I need to do everything in my power to win this event. And so I went home, I talked to my boyfriend at the time, Zach. I had explained it to him and he immediately understood. He immediately saw the full picture that I saw. He was like, this is huge, this is big, we need to make sure you win this. I had to go to work later that night because I was still a waitress at this point. And so the entire night I was messing up orders. I was like forgetting people's drinks because my brain was just in a completely different zone. I ended up talking to my boss that night and was like, hey, I have this opportunity to do something incredible. Would it be possible to take the next 2 weeks off of work entirely? The schedule was already out for the week. And I give my boss so much credit because he gave it to me. I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. Because that right there, that was the permission for me to just open the floodgates and put everything that I had into this. So to start it off, literally the first day of the event, I just right out of the gate was like 24-hour stream, let's go. I did a 24-hour long stream. Now this was the first of the now 2 that I have done, but oh my God. I was just like, this is what needs to happen. I need to show how devoted and committed I am to making this happen. And so I did a whole 24-hour stream, which established me very, very well in that top 3 position, because the entire event, I mean, it was never a sure thing at any point. Like, no one was a sure thing. The leaderboard was changing multiple times every single day, but I just tried to make sure that every day I would end within the top 5. I felt like if I fell below top 5, that was it. I did a 24-hour stream. I wasn't the first person to have done that. That was definitely still new for the audience to see. They were like, you're insane. I'm like, yes, I am. That's how much I cared. And so every single night I would be streaming from like 11 to 4 a.m. because I was Eastern time. And I had seen already that the biggest coins that were coming in were from users on the Asian side. I had Zach as my assistant every single night. I mean, he put in as much work as I did every single night. And it worked. We were like Google translating comments, Google translating our responses back, and we were able to communicate with them. I also had a sign that said, please help bring me to Asia, and to please send these points. And it said that in English, Japanese, and Mandarin. And while I'm sure the translation was not perfect, I'm sure it said something pretty goofy, but it got the message across and people understood. I mean, every night was just a whirlwind. I would stream from 11 to 4, and then I'd fall asleep, and then we were still getting up at like 10 was like the earliest I could get myself out of bed, because when I wasn't streaming, I would be posting on social media and texting my friends and family and networking and like pleading my case to the entirety of the internet, just trying to use all of my social media savvy to like spread my message, to explain to people why I cared so much about this and why I hoped they believed that I was the one person to represent the app. Like, one of the things that we did to try to spread the word was Zach even recorded a whole, I think it was like a 3-minute long video, all in Mandarin, talking about me and ran it as a Facebook ad directed at users over in Asia who were most likely to use the 17 Live app. We were coming up with all sorts of things. We were doing giveaways, we were doing shout outs. I was sending personalized thank you videos to people who were sending me points each night. Whatever we could think of, we would do. As soon as someone had a brainstorm about something, the other would be like, yes, great, love it, do it. No time to mull over it, just do it. I have never been more stressed out in my entire life. Those 2 weeks lasted a lifetime. But I was also glad that I was at that point, because if I got to the end of that event and didn't win, I needed to have put that much in, because then I would have known, like, I did my absolute best, and my absolute best wasn't good enough this time, and that's okay. But if I got to the end and didn't win and hadn't put in my best, I would have forever sat there thinking, well, what if? What if I had done more? While it was totally draining, I am so thankful that I was able to push to that extent. Eventually, we got to the end and it was the last day of the event, and I swear to God, I was sick to my stomach. I mean, I was lightheaded. At one point, I thought I was literally gonna pass out. To be honest, by that day, I was just looking forward to it being over at the end of the night. Because I was like, this is so much. It has taken so much out of me. I feel so drained. Like, I am so excited to just have it be done. Whatever the outcome is, I'm excited to not wake up every morning so stressed out. The event was ending at midnight Eastern time, so it finally came time for me to start my stream. I don't remember how many hours before I started. Maybe I even started a whole 12 hours before. I don't even remember. Either way, I started many hours earlier than it was actually ending. People came out of the woodwork in the end. I had someone from college who I didn't even really know but had seen me posting about this on social media who came in, people that I had went to high school with, like, and complete strangers as well. Totally random people came out to cheer me on and support me in doing this. As the end drew closer, I was just trying to lean in, you know, what I'd always done on my stream. What I do, bringing the high energy, the excitement, the fun, the hype, and the positivity and belief in the Smilin Army, my followers and supporters, to make this happen in the end. And I mean, if anyone has watched the finale of an event, you know that it gets insane in even just the last half hour, and bombs were dropped. And so, like I said, we didn't know what was gonna happen. Even in like the last hour, it was very unclear who was gonna come out on top.
Dancing, I'm like, I don't even want to like just go into other people's streams. I don't want to know what they're all doing for whatever they need to, you know? That was legendary! Thank you! Guys, it is time! Drop everything you have! Everything, right now! Let's go!
Damn, she just got $1 million donation. Of course she did. She had to ensure that win though.
So proud. I love all of you so much. You guys are absolutely insane. Thank you. Oh my God. You guys are absolutely incredible. And this is the end.
And then it was over. in that moment of watching the countdown on the clock go from 3, 2, 1 and being done, I mean, I felt like I was gonna pass out. I'm pretty sure I was already in tears because I was just so thankful in everything that all of these incredible people who believed in me did. I mean, I am still just absolutely blown away by the support and incredible positivity and encouragement that I get from these users and supporters every single day on my live streams. But that being my second month of streaming ever, I mean, I really couldn't even wrap my head around what was happening. And so to have such a big thing come to a close, I mean, I was just maxed out. Then Zach gets a call on his phone and I pick it up. It's my talent manager. And he starts off the conversation with, "So you did a really, really good job and a lot of points were dropped tonight. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to go to Taiwan." And I screamed. I was immediately crying. I could not believe it. God! Thank you so much! Oh, I barely even remember the next couple of moments. But all I knew was that I'd done it. We had done it. And it was happening. And then it occurred to me, I was like, holy shit. I'm gonna walk a red carpet in Taiwan. That's not something I do. That's totally not something I do. Now, throughout this, I had, and still have, an incredible support system on the app. I mean, like, as much as I'm talking about all of the effort that I put in to try to make this happen, none of it would have happened without my viewers and supporters and the people who did come forward to help. I just want, again, to thank all of those people who went on that journey with me throughout those tumultuous 2 weeks of absolute insanity and supported me in this event and this crazy, crazy moonshot of a dream. That was the Face of LivIT event. That was just the journey of getting to the point of being gifted that opportunity in the first place. Funny thing is, looking back at that moment, I had no idea what was coming next. If I thought that win was exciting, I had no idea what was waiting for me on the red carpet. In less than a week of the end of the event, I was getting on a plane to go to Taiwan for the best weekend of my entire life. And you'll just have to watch the next ones to know exactly what I mean by that. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for following me however long you have. I hope that you hit that subscribe button and the like, just so that you can continue on this incredibly crazy journey with me. I mean, my life has completely changed in the last year in so many ways. This was just the beginning of it changing so fast I could barely keep up. So thank you, and I'm excited to share the rest of this story and the journey with you guys. So thank you guys, and don't forget to keep smiling.